Yeah. Welcome back to another episode of the Back Porch Show with your man Fonz.
Fine.
You got a whistle, okay? All right, so y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know week 11 is fastly approaching. Matter of fact, week 11 starts tomorrow night, to be actually be
Tomorrow.
factual. So we're going to go ahead and talk about some storylines for week 11. So my first question is, so we got an NFC West Showdown coming up.
Mm.
In this high stakes division battle, will the Seahawks' league leading defense be enough to stop Matthew Stafford and the surging Rams offense? Mm.
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 I don't know. I'm gonna have to blow the whistle on that because 'cause I don't know. I like the Rams. I like what they doing on offense or whatever. And they
Right.
got young defense. Seattle, they blowing the doors off. They just got the wide receiver or whatever, Rashid Shaheed, whatever his name is, and everything just turned the Cardinals back to the birds that we knew them to be. And I don't know, man. I don't know about blow the doors off, but I think Seattle can. I think Seattle can ramp with them a little bit, just because the way their offense is playing, their defense is playing lights out,
Mm.
and it's just a lot. It's a lot going on over there. So
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks will come out with it.
Well, what I like about this matchup is, on the Seahawks' perspective, their offense is playing complementary football.
Mm.
Defense is outstanding. Shout out to Mike McDonald. But do I think they're going to do enough to stop Matthew Stafford and the Rams? No, I do not. However, I believe they can slow him down just enough
To get
to
back.
possibly get the win.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So the next question, this is the AFC West rematch. Oh boy, this is gonna be a big game too. Will the Broncos, one of the league's surprising 8-2 teams, finally dethrone the Chiefs in a pivotal AFC West clash?
I don't trust them.
I don't trust them at all, but I don't. The
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs was on the bye this week,
Mm-hmm.
and they are very good coming out of the bye.
Trust
Whereas the Broncos have been playing inspiring football.
them.
I think that is going to end in a tie. I'm going to be honest with
Nah,
you.
they ain't messing with Kansas. I'm sorry.
Nah, they not.
I
It'll
mean,
be close, but I don't think it's
now,
going to be.
now if they get, I want to Pat Surtain coming back.
I'm not sure.
Now they get that defense back. They get Pat Surtain back or whatever. I think it'll be a close first half, but I think the Kansas City Chiefs will pull away in the second half. But I don't know, man. They still young. They still got milk behind the ears, and I don't. I mean, yeah, I know that's in Denver, whatever, but I don't trust it, man.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If the Broncos can establish that run game with J.K. Dobbins, because he's been having a heck of a year, I ain't even going to hold you. If they can establish a run game, and according to their injury report, he did not practice today. So, big yikes.
But you know what though, I may have to take a back seat because um I think the Broncos and Chiefs are split, and if any game they're going to win, it gotta be in Denver because I don't think they're going to win an Arrowhead.
No.
I think they should go ahead and get it over with now. I mean, they are 8-2 team, so they're not a bad team, but I don't know. When you play Kansas, and we talked about the Kansas City effect and everything, team know how to win. Vet guy, you
Mm-hmm.
know, Bo Nix, who's still a young guy. You know what I mean? And I just don't. I don't know. But they'll prove me wrong. I mean, hey,
Hey, I'm gonna put it like this. Put it like this. You know, if David can go out there and knock out Goliath,
but yeah, the slingshot. I don't know whether Bo Nix got a slingshot.
hit five smooth
Yeah,
rocks.
well, I'm talking about. I don't know whether Bo Nix
we'll,
got all that.
we'll see. That's
That's
gonna be an intriguing matchup,
a good
nonetheless.
game. That's a good game.
So let's talk about the next one. So Sunday Night Football thriller. Which elite NFC contender will establish playoff momentum? The powerful Lions or the resurgent Eagles? Good
I
night.
think it's
That's
the
first of all,
Eagles.
that's gonna be a heavyweight bout.
Yeah, I think it's the Eagles. The reason why the
Ah,
reason why I say the Eagles is because the Eagles really haven't been looking like the Eagles of last year.
no.
They did just enough to win that game against the Packers. But that was a crazy game. I think that was one of the first games I ever seen that was 0-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Um,
In a
that,
long time.
that was a very good game. But they did just enough just to win. They won by 3. But
Right.
I don't understand. I mean, just going back on that game. I mean, I wish Christian Watson would have been playing receiver and not defender on that deep ball pass. Trying to catch the
Mm,
ball outside and trying to avoid the interception. I think he could have caught that. That would have been at least a touchdown, at least at the 2 or 1 yard line.
right.
Um,
Right.
but anyways, I think they'll gain momentum with this win because, like I said, they ain't been looking like themselves over last year. And I think a lot of teams are playing them really, really good, and they just need to continue to figure this thing out.
Right. I mean, just echoing your point about how teams are really stepping up to the plate and playing the Eagles. I see that, but at the same time, it's like you're the Eagles. Y'all are built for game. Y'all built for times like this.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna have to side with the Lions on this one, simply because they have enough momentum to possibly run with the Eagles. I mean, to be honest, that was supposed to be our NFC Championship game last year,
yeah.
but we'll see. Well, I think I'll side with the Lions
I
on
don't
this one.
trust the
San Diego
Lions
fan.
because they too inconsistent.
Yeah, and the
One minute they
Eagles.
drop 50, they drop a 50 ball. Next minute they can barely drop a 28 ball. So
I mean, with the Eagles, the Eagles want to have the best of the best when it comes down to the defensive line, secondary, and offense. I mean, there's not really that many weaknesses on that team, and to be pedestrian on Monday night, I get it. It was a defensive battle. I love those types of games, but at the same time, we're used to seeing the Eagles fly.
way up there.
Well, you know what they say about an eagle. You
Mhm.
know, he can fly over a storm.
Yes, but good God
Man,
Almighty, that Eagle boy.
Eagle boy, it ain't no joke now. What is this? Hey, this is the first time we said boy.
Yeah, I'm trying to say.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. So we got another international game coming up on Sunday. Can the Commanders' offense find a way to keep pace with the Dolphins' explosive playmakers in their first ever NFL game in Madrid, Spain? To me, this is the like I used to call it the battle of the bottom feeders.
Mm.
So who's gonna be the better bottom feeder?
I
You got
think
the Dolphins coming off a
shocking win.
not. It was shocking, but it was not as shocking because of my disdain against the Buffalo Bills. Um, I can't give it to the Commanders right now simply because the Commanders are too banged up. Miami is
Mm.
is weird to me
Mm.
because one week you could blow the doors off the stadium, the next week you get blown out, and then the next week you come back and whoop up was supposed to be art. Well, you whooped up on the league MVP.
Right.
So if you want to talk about inconsistency, I'm going to say Miami is very inconsistent. With
Yeah.
that being said,
For some reason, I see the Dolphins. I can
I
see
see
the
the Dolphins winning
winning this.
because they've been beat up on everybody in the NFC. I ain't even gonna hold you.
All right.
Quarterback matchup. This is probably a marquee matchup of this is a battle of the 2018 quarterback draft class.
Mm.
Who would have the better day? Josh Allen or Baker Mayfield? Both are coming off significant losses.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Baker Mayfield gonna have a better day.
No, I'm gonna say Josh Allen.
I'm gonna tell you why I can't say Josh Allen. Josh Allen, that team is only as good as their running back. When what's his name, James Cook, when he's up and going, they win. When he can't go, they ain't winning.
I think they'll be back. I think the last time they lost like this, I think it was against the Falcons early on, and they came back that following week, blew the doors off of somebody. Was it the Panthers? It was one of them, somebody like that. And so they just got beat. And Buffalo Bills during that Dolphins game, they was moving the ball, but every time they started moving the ball, either there was a fumble, there was a pick, there was some type of turnover that happened
Yeah.
when they started to move the ball. So I like
With,
Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield's been playing great. I mean, especially with no Mike Evans or whatever, having Emeka there here and there, because he's been on and off the injury report as well. Um, but yeah, I'm
I just
gonna
don't
I'm
believe
gonna
the
say
Buffalo
Josh.
Bills defense can contain Baker Mayfield in that Tampa Bay offense
Yeah, but you asked about
enough for them for the Bills to score points.
the quarterback play though.
I'm asking who's having a better day, and I'm saying Baker. Just because I feel like he's going to shred that Buffalo. Look what Tua turned the ball over did
Right. Right.
versus the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills defense is not really that good, to be honest with you.
They're not. They can't stop the run.
They can't stop the run, nor really, and they're really suspect in the pass.
Right. Yeah.
So I really feel like Baker will have the better day. As far as the winner, hmm, if Josh Allen got to be Superman, he's going to lose.
But no, what Superman you talking about?
We talk about the Superman that got up under the red sun. He beat the Superman under the red sun. He will lose that game because we've seen it. I've seen it more than one time this season. They're asking Josh Allen to be Superman, and that's all well fine and dandy. But even Superman has a weakness,
Right. That's true.
and Josh Allen is turning the ball over at an alarming rate.
Yeah.
I believe he's on the way to surpass his turnover total from last year.
Yeah.
So we'll see. That's another intriguing matchup. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Already at 5 interceptions. His highest interceptions in his career was 18.
Mm-hmm.
Last year he only threw 6.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah.
And we still got plenty of football left in this season. So I feel like he's gonna get close to 18 if he has to do everything.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think so, man. I'm gonna say Josh, and I'm gonna say Josh need to come on back.
I'm gonna say Baker need to go on get in the oven
Yeah.
and just don't bake no apple turnovers, okay?
Yeah.
Uh let's talk about the interim coach. So we all know that Brian Dable got fired yesterday. So will the Giants get a spark under interim head coach Mike
That's
Kafka?
what we should have talked about. That's
Or
right
will
there. What we should have talked about right there.
Yeah, that's good. We
No,
might we
no,
hey, y'all
no,
stay
no,
tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
no,
Will the
no,
Giants
no,
spark?
no. They
Will they get a
going down.
spark?
No, the firing was a mistake. It was a mistake.
Ow.
It was. I don't think.
Well, first,
Firing was
first,
Brian.
first of all, I didn't mean to cut you off because the thought just popped in my head. First of all, you called it last week. You called it. You told them boys you need to sit that young man down.
I took and told him. I told him.
You
I
told him they had to sit that young man, and when he got concussed.
told him. They don't listen to me though.
I think the Giants is. I think
They
it's gonna
made a
get
huge
worse.
mistake. Yeah, they made a huge mistake. Honestly, in my opinion, in my rightful opinion, this is the best the Giants has looked. Don't look at the record. I ain't worried about the record because they lost some games. They gave up some games.
Yeah.
I think this is the best the Giants has looked in a long time. Like they was they was on the cusp of something great.
They were, and that's why
And
we picked them to turn their season around.
yeah, so I think the firing of Doodoo Ball was was a huge mistake, and I think they're gonna suffer by that because for one, I think Brian is an offensive minded coach, all right, but I
Yeah,
don't know what they would expect from a guy who lost their best receiver and neighbors, lost everything they had as far as a running game with Scatterbo. And just the team is depleted right now. And
Right.
then Jackson Dart, he played pretty good against Chicago, and that climate, 30-mile wind gusts, snow on the ground,
Yeah.
all that type. He gave the Giants a legitimate chance to win that game.
He did. They was
So I
leading
look
for a
at it.
minute. I mean,
It was
Chicago had to come back.
right. So I don't understand why they let him go. I don't know whether they're going. I don't like the termination of Doodoo Ball because
Well,
I think he was doing pretty good with what he had,
yeah.
and um I think it's just the best the Giants has looked in a minute, man. Like they one of those teams like you. I think next year, you know, especially what I don't know now with the coaching. Well, if they get the coaching back, get that team back, they they gonna be a problem
Yeah.
in the next year
They're
in
not
that
gonna be an
division.
easy out.
Yeah.
But to piggyback off of what you said, we could put a pin over in the questions for a minute so we can talk about Brian Dable.
Yeah.
So his entire record as the coach of the New York Giants was 20, 40, and 1.
Mm,
He has a 1-1 playoff record. His team's first round win in 2022 was their first playoff victory in 11 seasons.
mhm.
Now, I will agree to not look at their record, even though the big tuna himself said that you are what your record says you are. However, in the case of the Giants, just like you said, not wholeheartedly agree. They was on the cusp of something.
Yeah, they was. They were.
But let's go back to the Denver game. They, I think they gave up like two fourth quarter leads this year,
Mhm.
and the one that sticks out is the Denver game.
Yeah, it was like 33 points they gave up.
Yeah, yeah. So
Unacceptable. But that ain't
while I
that ain't that
say
ain't on day ball though.
while I say it was justified, and I'm looking at it from the Giants' perspective. I will say it was justified on their perspective, but I think, like you think, it was kind of wrong. I felt like the GM should have got the axe.
Right.
Cause let's face it, Giants' offensive line has been horrible for 11 years.
Mhm.
And I say 11 years pretty much tongue in cheek. The Giants' offensive line was bad when Eli was quarterback.
Exactly.
So how you? I mean, and if you look at Daniel Jones and seeing what he's doing now,
Well, the tape is on him now, boy. The tape is on him, boy. Tape is
the
on him.
tape is on him, but they can't. Hey, you see what he's doing? Yeah,
But he got a way better offensive line.
thank you. He has a way better offensive line.
Way better.
So it wasn't Daniel Jones. I mean, yes, I mean but you can't play behind wet paper and expect good results.
Right.
So do I think the firing was justified? If I'm a New York Giant office person, I say yeah, it was time to make a change. But as somebody who kind of know the game and know what to expect, he was coaching the mess out of them boys.
I think so. I think if anything, they should have waited one more year,
One
waited
more
till
year.
they got waited till next year. Think because like I was telling y'all last week, but y'all don't listen to me. Ain't got nobody listening to Corn. But I told y'all last week, just let it go, sit the boy down. Get you some good draft picks, get you another playmaker or two on the defense, whatever, and live to fight another year. And if he didn't do good next year, then you can consider firing the coach. But don't fire him, man. I mean, that 20, 40, and 1, whatever you said, I don't even count because it's the Giants. The Giants ain't been the Giants and since the Giants was the Giants. And that was a long time ago. That
Yeah,
was early 2000s, probably not even 2010, maybe for a short spell. But,
I say mid the
you know,
2010s. You
but
know they was
you know, ever since Tom Coughlin left,
yeah
the whole doggone coaching staff has been off, just out of whack. You know what I mean? It ain't been right since he left, and
yeah
so I think Brian has been one of the better head coaches that the Giants has had. And like I said, this year, hey, they I mean, hey, that Eagles win was a shocker. That was a shocker. They
yeah.
run they didn't give, I mean, the fourth quarter, yeah, but they rump with the Broncos 8-2 right now.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I don't like I don't like that. That
Yeah.
was totally wrong. I don't think they'll be able to find another head coach that'll have more success than what Brian did in that
And,
franchise.
and then in that market, the New York market, you
Yeah.
got to have some moxie to even stand up there and say you a head coach for the New York Football Giants, who are, they are a historic franchise.
Right. Yeah, they
You know
are.
what I'm saying? They was one of the teams that was in the greatest game of all time.
You're right.
It was
Yeah.
the 58 Colts and the 58 Giants and then NFL championship game, just because y'all don't know. All right, well, we can move on for that. We can come back to that one. So let's talk about another team up there in the Northeast. Are the New England Patriots a legitimate AFC title contender after their 8-2 start, despite an easy schedule so far?
Ooh.
Can
Um,
I answer it right quick?
mm,
Let me answer right quick. So
mm.
I think they're good. I think they're good. And if you look at the landscape of the AFC right now, the heavy hitters, the usual suspects, if you will, I'm not gonna say they're struggling, but it's not like this is a year unlike any other year. With the top teams of the AFC, you got one that dealt with a lot of injuries and giving up more points than a $2 whore. And you got the other two teams is currently third in their division. Now, do I think they can win the AFC East? Yes, I can. I really believe they win the AFC East. But when you get to the playoffs, it's going to be some tougher competition because the best of the best make the playoffs. I just
Depending
don't
on
want the.
the seed.
I don't want the. I want New England to come back, but not right now.
I'm gonna say they're good. I think they can. I think they're pretty dangerous right now. And yeah, they've had an easy schedule, but that's because they couldn't even win more than 4 to 6 games for the past 2 seasons. And
Yeah,
the Buffalo Bills has been the only one that has won that division for the last couple of years. So their schedule is a much easier schedule, but it still takes something to win something out there.
yeah.
And I think Drake Maine and what's coach name? Lord have mercy.
Mike Vrabel,
There we go. And Mike McDaniels and everything. I think they've been coaching the heck out of Drake Maine. He's one of the best. I mean, he's in the MVP conversation
for
for this
sure.
year. I mean, they've been balling. Stephon Diggs, he got him a baddie and Cardi B, he got babies and everything. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? He out there balling and everything. But
Yeah,
anyway,
catching balls and dropping balls.
but yeah, I think right now I can see them as a contender because when I look at the AFC is like you said, it's in shambles. I think this is probably the worst AFC has looked in a minute.
Yeah,
The Colts, the Colts right now they number one seed. All right, I'm still on edge about the Colts because they went into overtime and one for Jonathan Taylor getting that long touchdown run, they would have been struggling against who they played, the Falcons.
the Falcons. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sunday morning.
I'm still on edge about the Colts. All right, because if you do what's right on defense and be disruptive at the line of scrimmage, put them behind the chains. I don't trust Daniel Jones in that type of hype climate in the playoffs. All
But
right,
now, but now
Denver.
we cannot disrespect. We cannot disrespect the Colts now,
No, I ain't
simply
disrespecting them.
because Jonathan Taylor is having. He's an MVP conversation as
He,
well.
he having the 2024 Saquon Barkley season. I
Yeah.
mean, hey, but Denver,
Okay, wait.
Denver on the other hand,
Walk with him, Lord.
Denver is strong, another strong contender. I feel like with the defense and everything. Then you got New England at number three. After you get past number three, from number 4 to 7, Steelers, Chargers, Bills, Jags, and Kansas. No, not even Kansas. My bad.
Not even Kansas City.
Steelers, Chargers, Bills, and Jaguars. I
It
feel
gets a
like
little
the
dicey.
Patriots. I feel like Patriots could. probably beat all them teams that I just named.
Yeah.
What the way their defense is playing and the way Drake May is playing. So I think they're a contender. I think they biggest challenge is probably Denver right now.
And then to
And
add to your
maybe and
point,
maybe the Colts.
and to add to your point, like a lot of people don't realize it, but the Patriots got a lot of speed on offense.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Them boys is fast now.
bro.
I mean, if you think back to the Tom Brady Patriots, they didn't even look that fast.
Nah, they ain't nah. This is a different type of speed here. This
They,
is that high
they,
speed.
they done shifted in overdrive out there in New
Yeah.
England. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. AFC playoff picture. Which team gets the edge in a matchup of 2-5-4 AFC playoff hopefuls? The Chargers or the Jaguars? I don't know what to think about the Jaguars. Sometimes they up and sometimes they not. The Chargers have impressed me this season, especially the way Sunday night versus the Steelers. They played physical football. You know what I'm saying? They really got in the Steelers' face and they literally punched them in the mouth. So I'm going to take the Chargers over the Jaguars to go 6-4.
Mm. Yeah, I think I'll go to Chargers too. I'm on edge on both of these teams though. The
Yeah,
Chargers is like you said. I mean, the Jags sometimes they up, sometimes they down, whatever, whatever. Um, but the Chargers, I mean, they've been in some tough matchups this year too now.
yeah, they've been in some dog fights.
And I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna see. But Justin Herbert has been playing pretty good. I think
Yeah,
John or Jim Harbaugh has been doing a great job over there. But yeah, I'll give it to the Chargers too as of right now. But
as of right now
I'm
for
on
this
edge
particular
over
game.
both of them. Yeah.
So final question. Final question. This one is a good one. So will the Raiders pull off an upset against Dak Prescott and the Cowboys in Dallas?
Unfortunately, not. I don't think so.
No, they're not gonna do that. The
Unfortunately not.
Raiders, the Raiders ain't been the Raiders since the Raiders were the Raiders. And if you look at the totality of their season,
I don't know.
I don't know. Because then if you look at Dallas, you kind of looking at Dallas out the corner of your eye, like y'all. This is my problem with Dallas.
I got a lot.
They will build that offense up. They've always, I mean, for the past maybe 8 or 9, 10 years, they always had a dynamic offense, but their defense was lacking. And Dallas played, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna take Dallas anyway because they're the better of the two, but I don't know.
I don't know either. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, because the Raiders, I think, shocked a lot of people competing with the Broncos. The Broncos won 7-10. Then,
Divisional
then
game.
the Raiders went into overtime with the Jags. They
Hmm.
got stomped. They got stomped out by the Chiefs, but that don't really count because Kansas was hungry that week.
Yeah, yeah,
But I don't know. It just depends. But I think Dallas by default to win this game just because their offense is, I mean, very superb.
right.
And so I don't know though, man. That's gonna be a good one.
If the Raiders, because Dallas ain't stopping nobody on the ground. Let's and the secondary is highly suspect. If the Raiders can limit the offense of the Cowboys by keeping Dak Prescott on the sideline, they have a shot.
All right.
Because like you said, they went up against better teams, Jacksonville included, and romp with them.
All right.
Like Martin said, they were stomping with the big dogs. So, so yeah, I mean, I give them a slight chance if they could just play complimentary football.
We shall see. Because
We shall
Dallas gonna be
see.
Dallas, so I don't know.
I'm just saying, Dallas love to do Dallas type stuff, but we can go ahead and cut this one out here. So in the comments, please let us know. Let us know. Answer some of those questions for us. What do y'all think about Josh Allen and him having to be Superman? Let us know.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am.
Hey, bro, you got anything else you want to add, man?
Not at all. Not at all.
All right, we're going to get up out of here. So this has been the Backport Show with your man Fonz,
Incline.
and we are out.